I hope now everything is fine. So in this week, we'll try to cover the double linked list. So just wait. I have to share my board. So let's start some discussion on the double linked list. So let me draw something. What was there in the single linked list? In the single linked list, we are having a data part and a address part that was pointing to a next node. Okay. Let me draw it for one or two nodes. Just give me 1 minute. Okay. Let's say this was the case. Means w- one was the data part and another was the address part. So suppose if I want to delete this node, I would need the address of this node. If I'm having the address of this node, although I cannot delete this node because I have to connect its previous node to its next node. Okay. So I need the address of its previous node. So what I have to do, I have to means keep on iterating from the head node. Means we have to start it from the head node so that we can find the address of its previous node. Okay. And there were some more 2 or 3 more problems. So we'll try to means find the solution for that problems into double linked list. So we'll discuss it side by side. So what a double linked list is? In double linked list, we have 3 parts. The first part is let's say its previous pointer, and the next part is its data, and the third part is its next pointer. What it means? That it means that it has one a data part. Let's take it as end, uh, and let me draw 1 or 2 more nodes so that it could be more clear to you. And let's draw one more node. Okay. Okay. Let me write 20 here. Let's say that it is its data part. Okay. Like the single linked list. In single linked list, we are having one data part and another one is the address part. Means, and in the double linked list, we have one data parts and 2 address part. So what it will store? The first means one part will store the address of next node, and another part will store the address of its previous node. So in the first node, no previous node before the first node will be there, so it will be pointing to a null value. Okay. Okay. Let me. So 20 will pointing to 30. Its next pointer will be pointing to 30, and 20's previous pointer will be pointing to 10. Okay. And 30's previous pointer will be pointing to 30, and its next pointer will be pointing to a null value. Okay. Let's say null value. Okay. So again, we'll have one head pointer which will point to our first node. So it will be our first node, second, third, and it will be our last node. Last nodes next will be pointing to null, and first nodes previous will be pointing to null value. What it means? If I have been given with the address of this node, what I can do, I can traverse it into a reverse direction also. So in the previous, one problem has already been resolved. In the single linked list, if I have to means print a linked list into its reverse form, either we were using recursion for this, or we have we have actually reversing our means linked list, a single linked list. So in this case, we don't need to do that. We just, if we have the address of this last node, what we can do, we its next part will be its next pointer will be pointing to 20, 20 is next will be pointing to 10, 10's next will be pointing to null. Means we can traverse it in the reverse direction also. Is that clear with everyone, the concept of double linked list? Or is anybody having any doubt regarding the double linked list? Means the concept, why, what is the difference between single and double linked list? Is that clear with everyone? Okay, Sri, you're saying it's clear. So let's move to the code part. Okay. Okay, let's. So in the last in the single English, what we were having a next pointer with it, and in this time we have a node means also we are having one more pointer. Let's call it a previous pointer. Okay. Let's take it node star. Let me create a head pointer. The starting or head will be pointing to a null value. Okay, because there is nothing into our head. So let me write a code that is that should add a node at the front of our linked list. So we'll try to means do that things again that we have did with single linked list. So we'll repeat those concepts again, and this time we'll try to implement in doubly linked list. Okay, let's name our function add at front. Uh, Let me pass my head with it, and let's pass a data part. Okay, so what it will return, it will return a node address value means a head pointer. So I'm writing its return type as node star add at front node star head. Let's take a value. Okay, I'm creating a node again. Let's name it new nodes. Let me allocate some memory to it, and new nodes data part will be storing a value, and in its data part what will store a value, because we are means we are adding our node at the front of our linked list, so its previous part will always store a null value. Okay, if anybody is having any doubt with this statement, line number 12, please ask in the group chat, because we are having means we are adding our node at the front of our linked list, so its previous pointer will always point to a null value. Okay, is that fine with everyone? Okay, uh, if our head is equal to null means if our head is equal to null, what it will store, if head is equal to null, then new nodes next will point to new nodes next will also it will also point to a null value. What it means, it means if head is equal to null, sorry, no interrupt, but it's screen visible to all. Actually it's not to me. The is there anyone else who is not able to see my code? uh, just wait for a minute. Sri, I can see Saichand is saying he can see. Sri, please refresh your network. I think so there's some problem with your network. Let me share it once again also. Okay, I think now it is visible to everyone. So what I was saying, if head is equal to null, new nodes next will point to a null value. Okay, what it means that if there is nothing in our linked list, means our linked list is not being created, means it is not there. What it means head is equal to null, then new what new node we have created, that is our only, that is the node that will present in our linked list, so its next pointer will be pointing to a null value. Okay, is that fine with everyone? Okay, and it should return now it should return its head pointer. If head is not equal to null, that means there is something in our linked list. So what we can say, new nodes next will point to head. Okay, and if there is something in our linked list, so heads previous should also point to heads previous should also point to new node. Is that clear with everyone? Return head. Is anybody having any doubt till here? Till the add at front function? Saichand is saying yes. Yes, Saichand. What is the doubt that you are having? Explain once again. Okay. Just wait for a minute. Okay. Okay, Saichand, don't worry, we'll repeat it again. So, Saichand, what our function is doing, our function, just let me repeat this. So, what our function is saying, in the starting, it will be head is equal to null. So, what I'm saying, head is equal to add at front, and I'm passing my head pointer to it and saying store 10 at the front of our linked list. So, in the starting, what it will say, this function will be called and a node will be created and some merit will be allocated to it. Okay, and what it is saying that that new node that has been created in its data part store the value that has been passed. In this case it has been passed 10. Okay, and what other means what next is saying that new nodes previous will be null. What we have already discussed this, let me share my board once again so that, so suppose our linked list is this linked list has been given to us, and we are adding a data to it, means a node at the front of this. So what our first node is saying, first node's previous will always point to a null value, because uh, after its previous there will be nothing, means first previous there will be nothing, there will be nothing at the front of our first node. Okay, so suppose if there is nothing in our linked list, in the first case there will not be anything. So the node will be created and its data part there will be 10. Okay. Although I want to add at the front, means always its previous will be pointing to a null value. Okay. Its previous is pointing to a null value. Okay. Let me share my code again. So what it is saying, if head is equal to null, it means that if there is nothing into our linked list, means if there is nothing in our linked list, what it will say, it will say if there is nothing in our linked list. So we have created a node, huh? We have created a node and saying its previous is pointing to a null value, and what I'm saying, its next should point to its next, if there is nothing in our linked list, its next should also point to a null value, because we are given with only one node. Okay, and return, no, it should not return head, it should return new node, because now because I have to return my head pointer to it. Head pointer means a address that should point to our head, that head should point to that address. So our head should now point to this, means this address, because this is our first node. So head always points to its first node. So we are returning the address of new node because this is the newly node that has been created. Okay, so another case, if it will return new node. Okay, so this function will end. Suppose I'm again calling this function, and this time I'm saying head is equal to add at front. Let's say, let's again pass head through it, and let's this time add 20 to it. Okay, so what this time what it will say, this function will be called, a new loop will be created and some memory will be allocated to it. Its data part value will be stored, 20 will be stored, and its previous part the null value will be stored. Again let's say 20, let's say a node is being created. Okay, and its data part 20 is being stored. Okay, 20 is being stored, and what I'm saying, in its previous part, in its previous part in its previous part it should always means, let's say, it should always point to a null value. Its previous part is pointing to a null value. If head is equal to null, this time head is not equal to null, head is all head is pointing to this node, means head is pointing to 10. And what it is saying, now new nodes next should point to 10. New node is pointing to this currently, and new node is this. New nodes next will point to head now. Okay, and what I have to store again, means what I have to update, heads next, previous it was pointing to a null value, because a new node has been added at the front of this, so its previous should point to this node now. And this time what we have to return, we have to return this new node again. I have to write new node instead of head, because I have written head, it should be new node. Okay, is that clear now, Shaichan? or I have to repeat it again? Now our head is pointing to this node. Saison, can you reply on the group chat, or anybody's anybody's having any doubt? Smith is saying okay. Saichan, I'm waiting for your reply. 19th did not understand. 19th line. Okay, 19th line you are saying. Suppose let me just give me 1 minute. So suppose 10 is being added and head is pointing to 10. Okay, just give me. So let's try to understand from the beginning itself. So when the next time our add at the front will be called, so what it will create a new node from here, and its data part 20 will be stored. Okay, again I'm writing 20, and what it is saying, its previous part should point to a null value. And till now our head is pointing to 10 only, because head is being passed through it now. In the function add at the front function, 10 is being passed. And what 18th line is doing means 13th line will check head is equal to null. No, head is not equal to null, because head is pointing to some value. So this condition will not be satisfied. So 18th line, when 18th line will be executed, new nodes new nodes next will point to head. Okay, and this time we are means creating a doubly linked list. What it means, it means always we have to check, means suppose we are having we are adding at a adding a node at in our doubly linked list. What we have to make it clear, means we have to take care of both, means both pointers. Either it should be next pointer as well, and it should be its previous pointer as well. Suppose you create a means it suppose you add a node at the front of a linked list. So what it should do, it should do its next pointer should point to its this node, and its this node's previous pointer should point to this node as well now. Because when we try to iterate from the reverse side, so when we try to access its previous part, it should point to this node, not this node. Okay, so 19th line, what 19th line is doing, 19th line is doing, head should point, means head's previous will show here. Head's previous should point to this node now. Okay, Saison, I hope now it is clear. Can you reply it quickly? Okay, Saison. So suppose let me add some more data to it. Let me add 30, 40, 50 as well. So that will try 30, 40, 50. Okay. Let's quickly write a print function for it. Okay. Let me write a print function for it. It will not return anything, so that's why I'm writing void here. So void print, let's say star head. So this time what will do, uh, let's try to write it like this. Let's create a current pointer, and let's store head into it. While current is there, see out current's data should be printed, and current should be equal to current's next. uh, is this statement is clear with everyone? Why I'm writing current only, not current is not equal to null? It means this statement is same equal to this. If current is not equal to null, instead of this statement, the only we can write current, means we can write current only, because it means that if current exists, it will return a true value. So while true, this condition will be run fine. Okay, so let's try to print our linked list. Let's see whether we have done it right. Okay, means 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, because we are adding data at the front of our linked list. So 50, 40, 30, 20, and 10 is being added. So is that clear with everyone? So we have created a doubly linked list. Let's see some advantages of doubly linked list. What it will, let's try to print in its reverse format as well. So suppose let's create another pointer last node. Okay, last node. Let's say starting it will point. Let's leave. Well, so what will say this time head was pointing to, suppose this is our linked list, so head will be pointing to 20, and if we try to print 20, we'll print 20 and we'll move to its next part, we'll print 10, we'll move to its next part, so we'll get a null value here. Okay, so what if I got the somehow I got the address of this pointer, so we can print its value, means we can print our w linked list in its reverse format as well. So what we need to what we need okay, Saichand, you are having doubt. Okay, Saichand, just ask your doubt in the comment section. We'll try to resolve it. So when we add last node 50, okay, Saichand, so for others, head will point to 50 node. Okay, yes, head will point to 50. Yeah, head is pointing to 50 now, that's why 50 is being printed at the first. Let's okay, means Saichand, you got it, I think so. So suppose if I am printing this linked list, so I'm traversing from here, what where I'll reach, I'll means stop until I'll reach null. Okay, so before reaching null will means come to this node na. If somehow we got the address of this node, what we can say, we can print our linked list in its reverse format as well. So what will say, this last node, in the last node, what will show the address of current. Okay, so suppose 50 when 50, 40, 30, and 10, suppose the current is pointing to now 10. Okay, let's say see it in this case now. Suppose 50, 40, 30, and 20 is being printed, and it is pointing to, current is pointing to 10 right now. So what it will say, current is equal to current data, means see out current data. Now 10 will be being printed, and in last node store the address of current 10. Okay, store the address of 10, and current is equal to currents next, currents next, tens next will be null. So in current there will be null stored. So this time if we get null here, this loop will be broken, and it last node pointer, what we have the address of 10. So what we can say, if we have the address of 10, so we'll write another loop here. Let's write a statement here, reverse, reverse. Okay, so again, if I'm having the address of 10, let's say uh, let's again write last node. This time we'll write last node, and we'll print the same like that. See out last node, its data part, space, and last node is equal to now last node's previous, because this time we are coming back this suppose we have been printed 10. Now in its previous part, will we have the data, means we'll have the address of 20. So this time instead of writing next, we are writing previous. Okay, okay, I think it's fine now. Let's try to print our data. Let's try to print our linked list in its reverse format. It is saying last node was not declared. Just give me 1 second. Last node, it should be T. C out, where we have written COUR. Okay, here. Okay, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. We have means printed our linked list in its reverse format as well. So this time we have not means created a reverse linked list, or we have not used recursion, or we have not used any other data structure to store our doubly linked list or our linked list. So we are seeing the advantages of doubly linked list. So is that clear with everyone? How we have printed our linked list in its reverse format? Or anybody is having any doubt, please do ask in the group section. Saichand, you are clear or not clear? Okay, clear. That is good. So this time, after add at front, what we do? We do add at the last. Okay, let's take add at last. Okay, let's try to again. Suppose I'm adding this time 80. I'm adding at the last of our at the last of our doubly linked list. Okay, so again it will return a head node at at last. Okay, just wait. At last star head val. Okay, let's create a new node is equal to new node. Let's take it new nodes data part is equal to value. I'm writing the code. If anybody is having any doubt, please do ask. So in its data part, the value will be stored. So this time what we are doing, we are adding our node at the last of our linked list. So what we know, if we are adding something to our last of our doubly linked list or linked list, so last nodes next always point a null value. Okay, is that clear with everyone? So again we'll check if head is equal to null. If head is equal to null, that means there is nothing in our linked list. Suppose we have not created our linked list till here. Let's comment it out. If we try to run this function in the starting, so what it means that our linked list is not being it's still not being is created. So our head will be pointing to null. So we'll add the at this case also. So if head is equal to null, so new nodes previous will also point to null because this is our first node also. Okay, just let me new nodes previous will point to null because if there is nothing in our linked list, so its next is pointing to null. uh, if there is nothing in our linked list, that means it is our first node as well, and we all know that our first node's previous pointer is always point to null value. So will return new node, address of new node. Okay, now what we'll do, we'll create a current pointer as we are having the address of head node only. So we'll try to suppose this linked list is being means if head is not equal to null, this condition will not be satisfied. So where our code will come, our code will come here. So this means that there is something in our linked list. So suppose this linked list is being passed to us and we have to add a data at the last of our linked list. Suppose we have to add something here. Is my cursor is visible to everyone? What I'm pointing? Can somebody confirm? Uh, okay. Okay, Smith is saying that's fine. Suppose I want to add something at the last of our linked list. So what it will say, it will create, it has been already, it will be created because we have reached to 32th line. It means a new node has been created to us, some data has been stored into it, and its next is pointing to its null value. Okay, let's say it's pointing to a null value. And because this linked list is being passed to us, this means our head is pointing to this node now. So what we have to do means we have to iterate through its our linked list, and we have to find the address of this node, the last node, because in its last nodes next will point in the earlier it will be pointing to null. Now it should point to its next node, means new node, and new nodes previous should point to our last node. Okay, let me write the code quickly for it. Let's say it is uh, in its current pointer, let's say it is head, while currents next is there. Means because this time we need the address of this. If its next is null, that means we have reached to last node. Okay, current is equal to currents next. Okay, current is equal to currents next. If we come out of this loop, that means we have reached to our last node, means, and its next should point to now. Its next is right now null, and it should point to new node now. Okay, and new nodes previous should point to current. Okay, because current is currently pointing to this, and new node has been created, and we have to update its previous pointer as well. Its previous will point to now current node. Okay, and now return our head node. Okay, let's try to run it. I'm adding 80 at the last. We can write only current in loop. Saichand, you are saying in while condition means you have to write current. If we write current here, means will reach to null value, means we need the address of this. Means current means when if we write current here, when this loop will break, this loop will break when we reach to null. We don't need to we don't need that. We need the address of this pointer, because we have to update its next, means if we reach to a null value, how will update, means how will update the value, the address of its next to it. We need the address of this, not the address of our null value. Okay, so it will be next, currents next. While currents next is not there, that if currents next is not present, it means that we have reached to our last node, because if currents next is null, this means we have reached to our last node. Okay, add at the last function, when I am adding 80 at the last, so 80 is being added at the last, and in its reverse format 80 is being printed as well. Okay, let me add one or two more. Is that clear with everyone, or anybody is having any doubt with this code? Do let me know so that I can, let's try to add 100 as well. Smith, you are having doubt, clear but confusing. Okay, Smith, let me repeat this concept again. Smith, you are saying yes, it is clear. So Smith, no need to repeat. Do anybody is having any doubt still? Do not worry, I'll repeat it again. Uh, there is no problem. If anybody is having any doubt, add at the front or add at the end. Okay, I'm assuming that nobody is having any doubt with the code. Guys, do not hesitate to ask, because this is not a typical class that is going on. If you ask something, means will laugh at you. There is nothing. There is nothing problem. Nothing like that. So try to ask the maximum questions. Sir, can I unmute myself if you permit? Yes, Shrey, you unmute yourself, or let me unmute everyone. Just give me 1 minute. I hope you all should. Okay. Uh,
Good evening, sir.
just wait for a minute, Shrey. Let me do this for you. Okay, Shrey, we are. I think you are audible to us. Okay, Shrey.
Yeah, actually, I'm not having a doubt, but I want to share things that we made this function add at last, right?
Yes.
And
Yes.
we are iterating through a loop, so we are taking a linear time.
Okay. Yes,
Now,
Shrey.
what if we declare a function, a pointer last in the main function and
Yes,
pass
Shrey. I got.
as a parameter to the add at front? and always update it. So we no need to iterate
Means
through a loop
yes, sir.
in
No,
the
yes,
add at last.
Shrey, there's no need of that. If we take, let's try to do that as well. Shrey, I got your point. I got your point. Uh, just mute yourself. I'll do that concept. Okay. So what Shrey is saying, Shrey, I'll have instead of a local pointer, I'll try to have a means. Let's try to have a global pointer that always this pointer will point to our last node. Means let's name it p head. So say means just wait a second. Huh. Okay. So what Shrey is saying that instead of iterating through the complete loop, just let me draw it. Okay. So suppose there is pointer given with. Suppose there is a linked list given with us, and its next is pointing to this, its previous is pointing to this node, its next is pointing to this node, its, let's say its previous is pointing to this node. Okay, and its previous is pointing to a null value. Okay, its next is pointing to a null value. Okay, so what Shrey is saying, instead suppose we are having the head is pointing to this node, and we want to add something to our last node. What we are saying, what we are doing each time, we are iterating through this complete loop, and it is taking a linear time. What Shrey is saying, instead of that, let's keep the track of this last node, so that if we want to add something to our last node, we can directly add its next pointer. We can directly add to a new node, and its new node's previous should directly point to our last node, and we should update this by our last node. Means let's say this is p head instead of head. Okay, so I hope I got this. What you were saying is the same thing you were saying, straight. Can you confirm it on the group chat? Saichand, oh, Sri, can you reply? Okay, okay, let's do this as well, guys. So this time, what we'll do into our add at last node. So what we have to do, because we have so this pointer we need. So suppose I'm taking a global variable. A global variable at the starting it will point to a null value. So suppose when we try to add something to it at the front of our linked list. So because we have before adding at the last, we have added something to our at the front of our linked list as well. So in the starting, when we are adding something to our linked list and we have nothing in our linked list. So suppose when we have nothing in our linked list, so we are creating a new node and we are returning its address to our main function. So before returning its address to our main function, try to means we have p head as well. Try to update p head, because this will means the first node we add here. Suppose if there is nothing in our linked list and we are adding one node to our linked list, so our p head will point to this node only, because this will be our last node. Suppose we are adding something. Let's say there is nothing in our linked list and we are adding something. If we are adding something, our p head will point to, now our p head will point to this node. Okay, and after that, if I add something at the front of our linked list again, so there is no need of means updating the p head. So there is no need of updating the p head. So what we'll do, so we have the address of p head as well. Means we have the address of p head now. So in add at the front function, so it was add at the last. Means I just wait for a minute. We have to update it into add at the front function. Means if there is nothing in our linked list, so our last head, let's take it last head or p head. P head means previous head. Means suppose this will keep the address of our last node, so it will point to new node. Okay, and again if I'm saying, if we calling our head function add at last function, if there is nothing in our linked list, means the linked list that the node that has been created, the p head will point to this node only, because if there is nothing in our list. But if there is something in our list, although if we are having let's we don't need to iterate through this complete loop again, because we are having the address of our last node. Suppose this linked list has been given with us, and we are having the address of this last node p head. So instead of writing this, let me edit this. Let's write p head equals to, sorry, p heads next will point to now new node. Okay, and new nodes previous will point to uh, new nodes previous will point to p head. Okay, is that fine now? And now p head will be updated, because we are adding something to our last node, and because we have to update our p head as well. So p head will point to our last node, because we are adding something to our last node. So so p head will point to that node only, because that is our last node right now. Let's try to return head pointer. Okay, let me run this function. Let's see. Okay, means we are getting the same means same output. That means we have did it right. So Shay, thank you for this amazing concept. Means I think it will help others as well. So guys, if you are means this was a very means a good step that was taken by means Shay. Means it was he was having some concept and he shared with us. So you all also can do that, because we always said to you that this is not a typical class. We are doing a discussion. Okay, so at any point if you're having something to share, if you're having something to ask, please do share. There is nothing to hesitate in this, because we are here to means share our knowledge, means share and learn something. That's why our tagline is also let's learn together. I'm also learning, you're also learning. We are learning from each other. Okay, I think this concept is clear with everyone. If anybody is having any doubt, please do let me know, so that I can repeat this concept again. So Nandram, Rohit, Saichand, Satyam, Shrey, Smith, uh, Shrey is saying this technique removes the disadvantages of single linked list of taking linear time from adding node at the last. Yes, Shrey, you're absolutely right. Shrey, but there is a point there is point as well. Means in the singly linked list as well, we can keep the track of our last node. Means if we in singly linked list as well, there is so no need of circular list. So, I would say that circular list have its own advantage. So, in the upcoming session, when we'll reach to circular linked list, we'll try to discuss that as well. So, Shrey, you were saying that this techniques removes the disadvantages of single linked list. So, we cannot say that this was the disadvantages of single linked list. This concept was possible even in the single linked list as well, because in the single linked list as well we can keep the track of our last node. Okay, Shrey, I think did not understand how we are tracking the last node in every function. Saichan, it's okay. Let me discuss it again. So what I'm doing here, okay. So let's dry run output. Okay. So this is a global pointer. Means this is a global pointer. Okay, and we are having the p head. Means our p head is pointing to null. So let me clear the concept of p head first. Suppose we are having a list, a doubly linked list. Okay. So if head is pointing to this node, if head is pointing to this node, our p head will point to our last node. Okay. So head was declared into our means main function. This means head was declared into our main function. Okay. So each time when we were calling means when we were calling our functions, so there was the need of updating the head. So what we were saying that we were returning the updated head, because we cannot return more than one values. Although we can return the it using the class, means we can create a class of these two nodes and we can return the object of that. We'll do that in the coming sessions. So let's try to understand it in a simpler approach. It means that because head is being head is being returned to us. So what I'm saying this time let's not create only head nodes. Let's create a p head as well. P head will do what p head will do. P head will means have the address of this last node. Okay, let's draw this. Okay, I hope is that clear. The node is clear with everyone. Okay, so Saichand, you are asking, so this time our p head is means pointing to this node. Suppose if I want to add something to last of our linked list, so now our p head should point to this node. And so our p head should also be means updated, because we want to add something to our last of our linked list. So this time we have given with a p head. So there is no need of means iterating through this loop. Head is equal to next, heads next until we reach our last node. So directly we have means we are keeping the track of this p head. Okay. So suppose there is nothing into our linked list. If there is nothing into our linked list, if we are adding this means node to us, so our head is pointing to this node, as well as p should also point to p head should also point to this node, because at this time this is our first node as first node also, and this is our last node as well. So suppose if I add something to add at the last of our linked list, so in this case what we have to do, we have to update our p head. And if we are adding something at the front of our linked list, so there is no need of updating the p head. We need to update the head, because we are updating the head. So when we have implemented the concept of p head, we have not done anything to the head function, head node. Let me means understand let me make you understand it by the code, so that it will be more clear to you. Okay, so what we have discussed if add at the front function, means if we are adding something at the front of our linked list, so there is no need of updating the p head, except if there is nothing in our linked list. If there is nothing in our linked list, this means what I'm saying, its next is pointing to null. Okay, the node's next is pointing to null, and p head will also point to this node. Okay, and again, so if there was nothing in our linked list, so head is also pointing to this node and p head is also pointing to this node. Okay, and its next is now pointing to head value. Means okay, if there is something to our linked list, so this function will not run. Means if there is something to our linked list, that means there is some data present in our linked list, so we'll add a node at the front of that list. So there is no need of updating the p head, because p head is already pointing to that last node. Okay, but add at the last function, if there is nothing in our linked list, the concept will be same. The head will also point to that node, and the p head will also point to that node. But if we having some data, means we are having some data and we want to add something to last of our linked list, and right now our p head is pointing to this. So what it will say, the new node is currently pointing to so the new node will be created and the new node will be pointing to this. Suppose this is our new node. So what it is saying, that p head something is the suppose we have been given with a linked list, and our p head is pointing to the last of our this list. So the p heads next because we want to add something to last of after this node. So its next will point to new node. So what I'm writing here, p heads next will point to new node. There is no need of running this loop again and again because this time we are having the address of this node, and previously we are not having the address of this last node because we are suppose because we are always given with the address of head node only. Suppose there is the head is pointing to this node, and but this time we have given with the address of this last node because before adding this was our last node. So what I'm saying, p heads next will point to new node, and new nodes previous should point to p head because we have to update the previous node as well. And what I'm saying, just give me a second, guys. Okay, what I'm saying now, p head should point to because this was the newly created node. Its next is all means its next is already pointing to a null value. We have already created new nodes. Next is always already pointing to a null value. And what I'm saying, p head now point to means previously p head was pointing to this node. Now it should be updated and it should point to this node because we have to keep the track of our last node. Means suppose if after this call, if we want to add something to our last of our linked list, so p head should be updated. We don't need to return p head because p head is our global pointer. If we update something to p head, this will be updated. There will the global value will be updated, and we are returning the head value. I hope Saison, now it is clear with you. So I'm running again this function. Okay, the output we are getting is right. Let me erase it. Or do anybody is having any doubt? Or Saison? Okay, Saison, I think you're clear with the concept. Or anybody else is having any doubt? Okay, so after adding at the data at the front of our linked list, at the back of our linked list, suppose this time we want something. Suppose we want to add the data at the given position. Add at position. Let's say add at POS. This time head is will be pointed to this, and a position. Suppose I want to add the data at the second index. So we'll try to continue. Means we'll try to count or index from zero only. Okay, suppose I want to add 90 at the index 2. Guys, just give me 10 seconds. Guys, so this time suppose I want to add something to at the index of 2. So suppose at this point what are the data that is being present in our linked list, that is 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 80 and 100. And this time what I'm saying, so this is 0 index, this is 1, this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on. So what it will store, it will say the function is saying that add 90 at the position 2. So what it is saying, 50 is at position 0, 40 is at 1, 30 is at 2. So what it is saying that how our list should look like. Our list should look like after this adding 90 to it. It should be 50, 40, and after 40 it should be 90. Okay, and after 90 it should be 30, 20, 10, and so on. Okay, is that clear with everyone? The question is clear with everyone? Or do anybody is having any doubt? Okay, Saison, I think you're clear with the question. Okay. Okay, let's let's write the code for it. Let me erase this first. So we'll add the data at the given position. So what are the possible index at which we can add the data? Means suppose someone has asked us to add something at the 0. So what we can do, we can add at the front of our front of our linked list. So suppose someone has asked us to add something at the 0. So suppose someone has asked us to add 10 at the 0. So our linked list something will look like this. Okay, 10, 50, 40, 30. And 0, 1, 2, 3. Suppose someone has asked us to add 2. So we'll add something 2 here, and the linked list will look like this. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At the sixth position we can add. After 6 we cannot add anything. Means although we can add at the 7, but after 7, if someone is asked us to add at 8 position, so there is means no need of adding at the 8th position, because means the same at the 7th position there is no data. Means either it should start from 0, and it should be means equal to the size of this linked list. Means if it is greater than this, it should return that there is such no position available with us. If it is less than 0, it should return, it should print a statement that this is not a possible index. Okay, is that clear with everyone? I think so. Okay, let me write the code for it. Add at the position. Let's write node star add at position. If anybody found any doubt, please do let me know so that I can explain it. int position, int value, and it was new data. It should be val. Okay, is that clear with everyone? Okay. So a new node is being created, and what it is saying that if you found the address, means if you found the address of that node, means okay, let me repeat it again. So a new node is being created, and if it is saying add at that position. Okay, so what it means, if position is equal to 0, so we'll write it for this. Let's write position, if position is less than 0. What it means, it is less than 0, it is not possible. It should write position means please specify the correct index. Okay, it should return head pointer, because it should return something. If position is equal to 0, that means we have to add something to at the front of our linked list. Okay, so because we have already implemented the function for adding a data at the front of our linked list, so we'll not write the code again and again. So what it will say, return node, return add at front, and what it will say, pass the head pointer to it, and pass the value only, because if position is equal to means position is equal to 0, that means we want to add something to front of our linked list. So this function should be called, and it should return the value, and this function will return the address of that node. Okay, so let me remove it from here, because there is no need of creating the node to this node if position is equal to 0. I think till here, is that clear with everyone? If position is less than 0, that means it is not possible to add at the negative indexes. If it is equal to 0, it means that it's means we have to add at the front of our linked list. Okay, so if it is not equal to 0, that means we have to add something, means we have to add after 0. So let me write a current pointer with it. Let's pass our head to it, and let me take count variable as well, so that it could count means that at what indexes means we are having this data. So until count is less, count is not equal to head, means count is not equal to position. So what it is, what it should do, it should count plus plus, and what it should do, current should equal to currents next, and we'll keep on counting the nodes. We'll keep on counting the, okay, it should be count. Okay, and before count means before checking this condition, it should also check means whether the current is there, means current is present or not. Suppose we have means someone has asked us to add something at the 30, means 30 at the index 30, so we have 7 or 8 data into it. So it will keep on currents next, currents next, it will keep on saying currents next, currents next. What if current becomes null here, null here? So although the count will not be equal to the position, because count will always be less than the position at that point. So it should also check whether the current exists or not. If we are trying to means if we are trying to means fetch its next index, we should always check whether current exists or not. Okay, what this means, this means we have found the if we have came out of this loop, this means this loop has been broken. So there is two chance that why this loop has been broken. Either current is equal to null. If current is equal to null, this means that means we have reached to our last of means null value, and the count was not equal to the position. So what it should say, again it should print a value that please specify a correct index. Okay, and it should return head to it. Return head. Okay, if current is not equal to null, if current is not equal to null, then it will come here. And if it comes here, if current not is not equal to null, this means that if this loop has been broken, this loop has been broken because of this condition. This condition, this means that it is equal to the position. Now count is equal to the position. This means we have found the position of that list, means that we have found the position in our list. So what will say, we are having the address of this. Current should now currents next should point to this new node. Okay, currents next, sorry, should be currents next should point to new node, and new nodes because currents next is points to new node, and because let's say, let me write it first so that it should be, suppose why I what I want to see, suppose the list the current is pointing to this node. Okay, and I want to add something to this node. Okay, if I want to add something to add something at this position, means let's say I want to add something after this. Okay, although we want to add it before this, so let me write, instead of position, let me write position -1. Okay, so what it will say now, instead of that this node, now our loop will be broken and our current will be pointing to this node now, because our current is pointing to this node. Okay, okay, and after this current I want to add this node, and I want to add it here. Okay, so before adding this two, we'll store the address of its next currents next into a temp. Let me store in into a temp variable, because we also need to update that as well. So let's take a node star temp. Temp will be pointing to currents next. Okay, currents next, and now currents next will be equal to new node. Is that clear with everyone? Now the current is pointing to this node, and in the temp, now temp is pointing to, let me write T for it. Now temp is pointing to currents next. Suppose this is a temp pointer. Now temp is pointing to this node. Okay, currents next is pointing to new node, and new nodes previous should point to current. Okay, new nodes previous should point to current. Let me write this code as well. New nodes previous should point to current. Okay, and as well as new nodes next should point to temp, because new nodes temp should always also point to temp, because we want to add new node before the temp. New nodes next should point to temp, as well as uh, temps previous node should point to new node. Temps previous should point to temps previous should point to new node. Okay, is that clear with everyone? It should return head value to it. Let's check whether at the 2 position, means after 50-40, what it is saying, the current count is not equal to position. What the error is saying, invalid operands for, okay guys, I think so I have to write it like something like this. Let's check whether it is working. Okay, so 90 is being added at the second position. As the everybody has got it, means let's try to print it before adding 90. So before adding 90, 50, 40, and let's 30 is there. Okay, and I'm adding something to position 2. So position at the position 2 right now 30 is there, so 90 is being added at the position 2, and the 30 is being shifted. Okay, is that clear with everyone? Let's try to add something at the position 20. Let's try to add something at the position 20. What it should say, because we cannot add something at the 20. So what it is saying, please specify a correct index. Let's try to write something in negative as well. Let's try to write -1 as well. So again it is saying, please specify a correct index. So is there anyone, let's try to add something at the starting of our linked list. So 0, at the 0 it will call that function, means 90 is added at the front of our linked list. Okay, is that clear with everyone now? At last, can we free temp? Saichand, you are asking temp. Yes, Saichand, you can free temp, but you cannot delete that. You can means you can say that you can free temp, but because we have not allocated any memory to that, means that pointer, the temp will means uh, already it will be freed, means all means if we return from here now, means all the possible means variables, this is the means advantage of using function. All the local variable will be automatically freed, where means there is no need of writing that concepts again and again, means you don't need to specify that, but if you have allocated some memory to temp pointer, then you have to delete that, because here we have not allocated any memory to that pointer. So there is no need of writing delete, and if you are saying that if you want to free that temp pointer, you can do that, but it will be automatically freed in the function. Although we have created current pointer as well, and currents next is equal to n. uh, Currents next is equal to new node. You're not clear with this? Aryan, can we write it? Okay, so you're asking, can we write it as new nodes next is equal to currents next, and currents next is equal to just wait, just let me understand it first. You are saying new nodes next will point to currents next. Yes, new nodes next will point to currents next, and now currents next will point to currents next will point to new node. Okay, and currents next will point to new node. Yes, Aryan, instead of using this temp variable, you are saying right. We can do that. Means we can avoid the use of temp variable as well. Yes, you can do that, Aryan. It's a very good concept. There is no need of using temp variable as well. Aryan, you're right. So what Aryan is saying, instead of writing these things, means instead of writing this, we can write new nodes next. New nodes next will point to currents next. Okay. Okay. Let me write currents next, and currents next will point to new node. Okay. And and new nodes next is pointing to new nodes, and new nodes next previous will point to new nodes next previous will point to new node, as well as hmm, hmm, I think we have means every pointer we have updated the every pointer. New nodes next previous will point to new node, and new nodes previous will point to the new nodes previous will point to current. Is that clear with everyone? I think it's a bit confusing, but we can avoid the use of temp. Let's say we are getting the correct output. Or do anybody is having any doubt with this code? So guys, this meeting will end in less than 1 minute. If anybody is having any doubt, I can schedule a meeting again. Or is that everything fine? Perfectly clear. Shrey is saying perfectly clear. No doubt. Is that anyone who is having any doubt? Please do let me know within a minute. So guys, I think everybody is clear with the today's session. So this session will end in less than a minute. So will means